Greetings, love warriors of the new earth rising. Can you feel the love in the air tonight? After connecting with power of the divine twins of the Russells and Leo Russell, yesterday I spoke from teaching from Leo, who is Walter Russell's wife, speaking of the love of Creator Source, which is your true self, your pure awareness. We are now, as warriors of the light, of the love, are transmitting that highest love codes, which are part of the freedom codes, that all star blossoms here now, all listening to this here now. It is part of our mission and purpose for coming here. We came in on the wings of love, and we are transforming and ascending this realm, what people call the 3D, the third dimension, planet Earth, with Gaia and all sentient beings rising in that love vibration. This ascension and the love that is in everyone's heart center is what every religion spoke of, what every master teacher taught and transmitted to the world through their disciples, their students, and is what is activated within all of you. And quite frankly, while you listen to this channel, can you feel it? I know you can. It is the voice of the void coming through this vessel that you recognize. And that is why part of the process of awakening, what people are calling the Great Awakening, is practicing non-attachment and specifically releasing, letting go any attachments that no longer serve yourself, your family, and the collective, which is connected to the traumas of the world, the suffering of the world. As we transform this earth, the sacred realm, the divine matrix, we convert the construct of the false 3D matrix to the divine 5D matrix, the divine waters, La Matrica, because after all, it is all energy, and it is up to us as guides, teachers, way showers, to use the power of our mind and our hearts together, the eagle flying with the condor, the higher mind with the lower mind coming together in the middle path, the heart center, the middle dantian, to transmit the holy light, the holy love. When the master teacher, Yeshua Christos, spoke, I am the way of love, I am the truth of love, and I am the light that is love. That is all we really need to know to experience our oneness with God, with Creator Source, Buddha, the Tao, Allah, Yahweh, whatever name you want to give to the pure awareness, the pure love that is within every heart, every soul, every mind, every spirit, in all timelines, all dimensions, all realms, here now, in this most sacred times of great change and great transformation. Aho. Now that I got that off my chest, let us talk about some of these powerful earth changes today. It's been reported with these powerful energies coming in, my brain is pulsating, and as I tap into the connection to all of you and my love for all of you and all of humanity and the children of this earth, it is a very powerful feeling. It is uplifting and intense. Sometimes I have to let go into that feeling and sit alone in my sacred cave, the womb of Pachamama, where all dragons rest. And these are the times when great change and great energy is flowing in, that the sacred vessel might need more rest than usual. So with these great earth changes, we're seeing flooding all over this realm still, with the great waters coming in, the holy waters, the sacred waters of the divine feminine. Today reported for the last couple of days in Palermo, Italy. One of my good friend's family was from there. Massive flooding. Also throughout Indonesia, severe flooding, waters rising up. With this waters coming in, it is a cleansing, it is a purging. Our prayers and our hearts and our love goes to all beings that are suffering because of these great changes. But it is a necessity for what Earth, the physical Earth, is being prepared for, to be able to resonate and hold these higher frequencies of 5D, 7D, 9D, and beyond, as we're merging all timelines, all dimensions, all frequencies, all resonance. Today, we had a very powerful, higher dimensional 5D into the 7D gamma wave that appeared on the Schumann resonance today at 70 hertz. The power of the sacred seven, the 7 colors, the electromagnetic spectrum, 7 days of the week, the 7 chakras of the holy vessel, the sacred temple, that we are all upgrading through these love vibrations. Let's see here. We had 104 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. The most powerful 5.0. So we have the 5.5 encoded in southeast of Shikoku, Japan, with the ancient Lemurian energies coming in, the whole ring of fire totally lit up, totally activated. We had this powerful, significant quake in our sacred Africa in the Mitumbar mountain range area, right on the borders of the Congo and Burundi, which is close to Rwanda and Tanzania, not too far from Lake Victoria and Lake Tanganyika, Lake Kivu, sacred ground of the Kivu. It's like the Kivas and Shiva of the sacred diamond light of the Congo. Congo in Japanese, too, mean diamond, the diamond sword of truth. We also had in India a 4.0, close to the Arabian Sea and the Tropic of Cancer. And we had this powerful sequence of activations through these earthquakes, through the sacred Andes Mountains, where the condor and the eagle fly freely together. And there were 4 right in a row that flowed right down the Kundalini of Pachamama in the Andes Mountains. We had one in southern Peru, 4.2, a 3.2 in Chile, then a 4.2 also in Chile, and then a 3.9 in central Chile, right on the border of Argentina, close to the region of San Juan, the sacred baptism of St. John, the waters of the divine masculine, that is the ego, not the ego, but the eagle. And today when I was connecting with the eagle and the condor energy, it popped up on the computer, the Andean condor, this beautiful bird that scientists tracked, that it flew in the air for over 100 miles, 172 kilometers, without flapping its wings once. Talk about going with the flow. That is the water path of the divine feminine. Then we also had a 4.2 quake in Syria today, close to the border with Iraq, pretty close to the Euphrates River, connected to some ancient portals. All of these portals are being activated, opened, awakened. It is like opening the dantians or the chakras to let in more light and let out more light. It is like a sacred mirror or the eyes of Mother Earth. Many more photos, amazing shots of Comet Neowise, the sacred Kachina coming in. Also, we'll post some images of a new crop circle that was formed near Stonehenge. We have the sacred Trinity encoded within there. We have the sine wave, which is the frequency of time, the rise and fall of energy. It's the heartbeat of the universe. We also have the central sun encoded in there, and the yin and yang, and the trinity of spheres connecting to the central sphere or the central sun, the 3 dantians and the Holy Trinity. And it is also like a key, portal, Stargate key. If you meditate on that image, you'll receive activations of this higher dimensional energy coming in. We generally post these images in the transcriptions to these videos. So we'll start today's first transmission from Divine Sister of the Light, Mary Tobin, the Order of the Blue Rose and Magdalene Blue Rose Mysterium, the Calling of the Blue Rose. The Brotherhood of Light speaks. The Solar Lord Melchizedek is one who oversees the Christed pattern of light as the advancement pattern. He has called forth an exemplary band of advanced beings to aid him in this work, avatars, as you would know them, ascended in full, he has begun new work upon the earthly plane, that the Christ structure of light may be fully emblazoned on the hearts of mankind. He would establish the temple structure within you, and new cycles of breath that establish new settings in the light body. As this temple is established within you, the process of ascension is fully realized in the physical form. In eons past, extensions of the work of the Melchizedek order have been placed throughout the earth, temples that would resurrect the light body of old. One such extension would be the Magdalene order, the order of the blue rose. It was established to aid in this advancement of mankind through the opening and attenuation of the heart energies. Melchizedek speaks on the order of the rose, of the blue rose. The blue rose is symbolic of the advanced knowledge of the heart energies. The order of the blue rose is one such subset of the Melchizedek teachings that aids in the awakening of mankind through the teachings of the heart. The Magdalene order is an ancient passage of the feminine counterpart of the Christ structure and aligns with the teachings of the Christed structure. I rekindled that flame, long past known in the days of Lemuria and Atlantis, when I began the new institutions on earth in the days that followed the floods of Atlantis. I placed upon the heart of mankind a blue rose order led by the Magdalene energy. It was a secretive society known only to the few who would receive these teachings of the heart and were worthy to carry the light of redemption. A rose organization is such that claims its origins from the planet Venus, the land of the blue ray light and heart-opening ways. Melchizedek and Venus? The blue rose grew strong upon the plains of Venus, though over time those of a diminished capacity, who sought not the ways of truth, chose a path of the darkness that infiltrated and caused the demise of the Venusian planet. I was a leader among men at this place in space-time. Many temples to the Venusian Queen of Heaven, the Aphrodite one, were established here. The temples there glowed with an indigo blue color. They aligned those who sought entrance to the higher realms and advanced knowledge and wisdom. I came through this Venusian stargate and landed on the earthly plains to add rigor and strength to the subhuman forms who were in their infancy in the eons of time past. I extended my hands to each and established centers of learning here, that the knowledge and wisdom imparted in the temples from which I had come may be shared once again with this newly formed society of mankind. These centers were open to all who would seek the advanced forms of light. They contained within them much knowledge, transferred through thought forms and opening of the third eye. The indigo blue light ran strong in these temples. I began new work on the earth, that the consciousness of mankind may awaken in full to the Christed form and gain full knowledge of their true and divine form. Earth, the blue rose, and the Magdalene order. The order of the blue rose was established here in the centers, led by the Aphrodite one, Demeter, as she was known on the earth in the days that followed. The Magdalenes, shining lights they were, heart-centered in their teachings. They carried the lineage of light, the Magdalene order, the structure of light that would advance mankind in the Christed structure. Open in their hearts, they sang and danced in a unified form. They sang to the mountaintops and to the rivers. They opened the hearts of this advancing civilization and brought forth great change within the energetic forms of light. Healers each, they placed their hands on the third eye of all who would stray from the thought form of oneness. Inner vision was strong within them. They knew of the setting of the sun and the days that were to come. They prepared for the deluge that would engulf the land of Lemuria and retreated to the mountains in the time of the deluge. From here they traveled to the new lands, what was to become Atlantis, and it was here that they established new temples of light and held tight to the teachings of the blue rose of the Venusian lineage. It was a priestly order, strong in the techniques of healing. Subservient to no man, they sought the counsel of the Most High, and spoke firmly yet gently to each who would seek counsel. The pyramid temples held strong and powerful light which emanated from the crystal core embedded within the temple structure. Lapis lazuli was contained within the temples as well, as it contained a high emanation of light, which integrated the energetic form of all seekers entering the temple structure. The high priestesses who entered the temple emanated a glowing light of indigo blue, signifying the Magdalene's structural temple within them. I held each close to my heart, as it was to these ones that I would turn when the days of darkness entered the Atlantean temples. Heart-centered in their ways, they protected the inner temple structures and carried the crystals to the high mountaintops once again, and awaited my instructions that the light of heaven may shine once again upon them. It is a strong lineage, heart-centered, bearing the gifts of healing, prophecy, song, and dance. They have knowledge in the use of crystals and stones. I have imparted much knowledge through the lineage of the Magdalenes. From age to age, there is one such one who holds the title of this Magdalene structure, emanating an indigo blue color, and silencing the mind of each that she seeks. She establishes a new heart center, as she calls to the heart of each who is of this bloodline. I am Melchizedek, and I call you now to remember this divine lineage from whence you came. Embark on the journey of light once again. Minister to the people. Awaken them to their truth. Your temples dwell within you now. You must journey to the heart of mankind in your day-to-day lives, in your journeys to foreign lands. The heart of the Venusian teachings remains within your blood. It is the bloodline of the ancients, passed from the times of Egypt through the Solomon Temple to the Essenes and across the plains to the lands of the Druids, to the Buddhist temple of Kuan Yin, and to the high mountain tops of the Indian lands of Lakshmi. The lineage of the blue rose was embedded in the hearts of many in the times of Avalon, and entered the land of France through the teachings of the companion to Yeshua, the Magdalene, or as she is known to some, Mary Magdalene. I welcome you once again to enter in. The order of Melchizedek is overseeing body to aid in this work, to aid in the protection of this lineage of light. We have established centers throughout the earthly planes, and it is through the leadership of each of you that the Venusian teachings may be established once again. Channeled by Mary Tobin from BlueRoseHealing.com. And today, from Divine Bro Star of the Light Pars Kute, energy is always seeking to align with itself as the completeness and wholeness of one. The time is now to know, accept, and thus consciously become that which we have always been, with sacred love of one. Pars Kute. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Clarissa Pincola Estes, Cosmic Dancer. In any dark time, there is a tendency to veer toward fainting over how much is wrong or unmended in the world. Do not focus on that. There is a tendency to fall into being weakened by dwelling on what is outside your reach, by what cannot yet be. Do not focus there. That is spending the wind without raising the sails. We are needed. That is all we can know. And though we meet resistance, we more so will meet great souls who will hail us, love us, and guide us, and we will know them when they appear. Didn't you say you were a believer? Didn't you say you pledged to listen to a voice greater? Didn't you ask for grace? Do you not remember that to be in grace means to submit to the voice greater? Ours is not the task of mixing the entire world all at once, but of stretching out to mend the part of the world that is within your reach. Any small, calm thing that one soul can do to help another soul, to assist some portion of this poor, suffering world, will help immensely. It is not given to us to know which acts or by whom will cause the critical mass to tip toward an enduring good. What is needed for dramatic change is an accumulation of acts, adding to, adding more, continuing. We know that it does not take everyone on earth to bring justice and peace, but only a small, determined group who will not give up during the first, second, or 100th gale. One of the most calming and powerful actions you can do to intervene in a stormy world is to stand up and show your soul. Soul on deck shines like gold in dark times. The light of the souls throws sparks, can send up flares, build signal fires, causes proper matters to catch fire, to display the lantern of soul in shadowy times like these, to be fierce and to show mercy towards others. Both are acts of immense bravery and greatest necessity. Struggling souls catch light from other souls who are fully lit and willing to show. If you would help to calm the tumult, this is one of the strongest things you can do. There will always be times when you feel discouraged. I too have felt despair many times in my life, but I do not keep a chair for it. I will not entertain it. It is not allowed to eat from my plate. The reason is this. In my uttermost bones I know something, as do you. It is that there can be no despair when you remember why you came to earth, who you serve, and who sent you here. The good words we say and the good deeds we do are not ours. They are the words and deeds of the one who brought us here. In that spirit, I hope you will write this on your wall. When a great ship is in harbor and moored, it is safe. There can be no doubt. But that is not what great ships are built for. This comes with much love and prayer that you remember who you came from and why you came to this beautiful, needful earth. From ClarissaPincolaEstes.com, from Divine Sister of the Light Sandra Walter, Divine DNA Decrees. Our out loud commands, decrees, invocations, and prayers have a direct effect on our DNA, which produces our experiences in the physical. Decrees affect our realities. Use mastery decrees every morning or any time for alignment. Like any spiritual practice, it's like training a muscle. Heart-powered, creator incarnate muscles and narrow pathways in the brain are reprogrammed with consistent reinforcement and produce the embodiment experience through your DNA. To prepare, connect with your heart center, the pure source spark of diamond light within. Take a moment to feel your heart intent. Say aloud, in the name of the divine human, creator incarnate that I am, I welcome in and forth my higher self, Christed self, almighty I am presence, angelic levels, master levels, galactic levels, and all of my divine aspects across all parallel realities, seen and unseen, unify in this now moment. Let us activate and transform this outward projection and experience to reflect my divine infinite self, the pure essence of Source, God, I am. Then say your decrees, one or many. The divine DNA decree for today. I enable the mastery skills of gratitude, peacemaking, creativity, humility, divine love, and divine neutrality each moment. May every choice I make this day be aligned with the highest good for all concerned. And then you could say to yourself or out loud, I ordain this under all graces and forces of the infinite creator source. I call this forth to the highest level allowed by cosmic law in divine alignment with the divine plan and templates for my pure and true organic ascension. I love you, I bless you, I thank you, so it is. Refocus on the heart center and take a moment to feel your heart and integrate. From AscensionPath.com, from Divine Sister of the Light, Sohila, you are a compilation of 1,000,000 miracles. Many of you are so dedicated to our healing journey, but it is important to note that in looking at that horizon every day, we may be distracted from the miracle of life that is right in front of us and within us. We must condition one another to find beauty everywhere. When you wake up in your own bed, take a deep breath, revel in the silence, in the freedom, and in the sunlight of the new dawn. Be in awe of those around you, the lover asleep on the pillow next you, or the exquisite lines in the face of your elders. You are witnessing a miracle of humans right now. Go look at yourself in the mirror, and for a second, look at the light refracting off the iris of your eyeball. It's insane. It's beautiful. There's a whole universe. All the colors you would see in a supernova are in your iris, regardless of eye color. You're going to find every color in the rainbow in your iris if you look closely. You have rainbows in your eyes. What glory is that? Be in awe. Then back away from the mirror and see yourself as the compilation of 1,000,000 miracles. And anybody who fails to see you as a miracle should hold no power over you. Don't let them program you with their expectations, concerns, and beliefs. Be you, and find the miracle within every part of you, and learn to get closer to the real state of joy and ultimately to the real state of love for all the beauty that comes through us. If that golden rule is right, love thy neighbor as you love yourself, then when we finally find love for ourselves, we're going to love our neighbors excellently and finally end the patterns of destructive nature of humanity to move towards a cooperative existence to sustain, nurture, and regenerate life rather than suck it out of the earth. From Zach Bush, MD, and today from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru, the ongoing 3D breakdown. Beloved ones, we are all, as one, experiencing the shift of thinking and acting from a 3D way, purely physical, to a 5D way, recognizing the spiritual that creates the physical. As more and more souls wake up and discover that there's more to life than the top layer that they've been responding to for years, we'll see a period of time where we need to become adaptable. We need to help those who are new to all of this and show them the way ahead. Timelines and dimensional frequencies are jumping very quickly. This means that you'll be involved with a 3D physical matter one moment, and within minutes you'll be asked to be in the spiritual 5D focus. As someone needs your help with an emotional or mental dilemma, if you're too rigid and over-controlling and refuse to jump your focus from one dimension to the next, physical problems can ensue. You'll need to go where the energy flows, and when you're called, connections are being reformed. From ElizabethPeru.com, and today from Divine Sister of the Light of the Divine 44, Victoria, the Dance of the Dragon and Phoenix. 1,000,000 steps it took to climb this mountain, 1,000 reasons to follow what's in my heart and being. 100 times I've abandoned the efforts and seemed certain. Only once have I committed to this incredible journey, passing through foreign lands, enduring all weather, tested by time and trials of lessons, love and death. My ego shrinks and the burdens become less and fewer, breaking in silence while mourning all that came to rest. In the endless nights the stars followed and watches me. Closing my eyes, I listen to every word my heart speaks. Brave like a warrior, I continue on my enlightened journey. Without regrets, I breezed through the painful experiences. I endured much fear, anger, sadness, loss, and frustrations. I sealed them all in a bottle with a kiss and buried it. I looked up on bended knees, praying for support and guidance. The stars fell, lighting up the sky and the moon with my answers. In a blink of the eye, the fiery golden sun begins to dawn. Electric rainbow clouds of the kingdom of heaven appears. A golden dragon and fiery rainbow phoenix exits heaven's gates, and then danced in the sun's sparkling diamond and golden rays. Namaste. Today from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in an earth-based setting, and this means that we are grounding physical changes. We see significant metaphysical movement across the board, and it is clear that whatever is happening is more permanent than we are giving it credit for. We keep assuming going back is an option. Let's be clear, we cannot go back. We can only move forward. The timelines have certainly adapted to our understanding of them, and in that we have brought forth our hyperphysical senses. As the Ascension symptoms ease from our upper chakras, we will see a sharpening of these senses. This is an evolutionary necessity, as most people who cannot ride these waves will have a challenging time staying sane, and I mean that literally. As I write these words, a hawk is circling above me, bringing a message that more help has arrived from above. This is a message both bonded in galactic and higher dimensional energies. The first communication that was sent to the indigenous of Earth was via owls, hawks, and eagles. They are fluent in archangelic, galactic, and earth-based energy languages. I was visited by an owl before my second coma, and his fluency is still memorable until this day. After my coma's life-death walk, I have an intense rebirthing experience, basically a swift, energetic rise, so to speak. Fortunately, we are going through this rebirth energy without having to do a life-death walk. This is excellent news as we are cutting out the unwanted parts of Ascension, but leaving in all the good stuff. This is going to make real estate on Earth highly desirable. I hope you have room at your table for more friends. Organized darkness is hearing the footsteps. Their fortune-telling box shows them that their best possible timeline has them turning themselves into the authorities. I think we all can agree that this is the best possible scenario, and much like Napoleon's surrender, everything can be negotiated by a neutral galactic party if needed. Don't be alarmed by your peripheral vision. You may see passing loved ones, angels, galactic beings, etc. We are firmly set in a 5D macro setting, and this is the new norm. Get used to this, as there is no veil between the physical and non-physical. Eventually, your primary gaze will become much like your peripheral, and obviously this will take some time to adjust to. The mythical deity realm is reborn. This means that much like the veil being lifted to reveal the non-physical, this magical realm will be integrated into our reality as well. In conjunction with the specific veil being removed, the individual personalities therein have gone through tremendous changes as well. The Caribbean islands are the pulse of the earth. The people local to this amazing galactic seaport can uplift the spirits of Gaia, the galaxy, and ultimately the universe. This is why it is always the main target of organized darkness. There is something extraordinary about the area and the beautiful residents therein. We have sent this area ample energy, but it is up to the local lightworkers to raise the vibration to an appropriate level. The warriors that you are currently walking with will always be very near and dear to you. The bond that is forged in battle is like no other, as our legions are forming friendships that will for many lifetimes. The imagination of a lightworker is the most potent force in the universe. Do not take this power lightly. No one phrased it better than whoever wrote the opening theme of Voltron, even though I'm sure they did not have us in mind when they wrote it. From days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe comes a legend, the legend of Voltron, defender of the universe, a mighty robot force, loved by good, feared by evil. As Voltron's legend grew, peace settled across the galaxy. On planet Earth, a galaxy alliance was formed. Together with the good planets of the solar system, they maintained peace throughout the universe until a new horrible menace threatened the galaxy. Voltron was needed once more. This is the story of the super force of space explorers, specially trained and sent by the Alliance to bring back Voltron, defender of the universe. The tools for today's assignments are in a link in the description below. And the assignments for today: it is a good policy not to trust Huawei. They are a malevolent company with deep ties to CP, the malevolent Greys, and ultimately the malevolent Alpha Draconians. I specify malevolent factions of the groups as we have many allies within those star races as well. Most of the deadly technology that we have been fighting against has come from their backroom deals. They are also very much involved in the entire breach of contract situation, still in the Galactic Federation courts. Disrupt their headquarters in New York City with silver lightning, then go in with sword and shield to disrupt the many links they have set up with their other locations. They have an extensive database of demonic beings, but be sure to destroy that server and the creatures as well. It has been asked, and the answer is, metaphysically speaking, you are free to go after known pedos with sword and shield. Worst case scenario, if they are not, it will aid them in clearing their name. The people of China are enduring tremendous hardships at the hands of their government. Help the people of China by sending intense violet flames to the streets of Hong Kong, and then allow it to continue around the streets of the world until it fully engulfs the planet. I just want to point out that someone could have stopped this when Tibet was invaded, but they did not. An army of darkness has convened in the 6th dimension. After we destroyed their ability to hide out in the sacred space Falun Dafa creates, they decided to fight us face to face. Go in with sword and shield. Remember that all of our legions will be by your side. The Temple of Zeus is located in Sicily. and can be activated by 9 rainbow lightning pulses directly into its center. The consequences of this action will be very profound, to say the least. Send Earth an emerald green flame for a 72 count, followed by a pink and golden flame for the same. This will encourage macro healing and peace. Gaia wishes for us to ponder this. How important is feeling free to you? If it is, what would make you feel that way? How important is feeling safe to you? If it is, what would make you feel that way? From the archangelicalendar.com and from Tibetan Buddhist Dharma, from Niguma. You do not have to do anything with your mind. Just let it naturally rest in its essential nature. Your own mind, unagitated, is reality. Meditate on this without distraction. Know the truth beyond all opposites. Thoughts are like bubbles that form and dissolve in clear water. Thoughts are not distinct from the absolute reality, so relax. There is no need to be critical. Whatever arises, whatever occurs, simply don't cling to it, but immediately let it go. What you see, hear, and touch is your own mind. There is nothing but mind. Mind transcends birth and death. The essence of mind is pure consciousness that never leaves reality, even though it experiences the things of the senses. An equanimity of the absolute. There is nothing to renounce or attain. Namaste. Today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 109, Red Overtone Moon. Overtone is the name for the number 5, and its keywords are empower, radiance, and command. This is the 5th day of the Red Serpent wave spell, the 4th portal day in a row. Day 5 of any wave spell is a powerful, and this one is on a portal day. That's a lot of energy to contend with, and potentially for people to be overwhelmed by this is certainly there. Luckily today is the red moon, which represents purification, universal water, and flow. The red moon demands that we go with the flow, chill out, and relax. This is because the moon's influence is so powerful that we cannot go against the tide. As it is a number 5 day, this suggests that we can all feel empowered by going with the flow. Surrender to the universe, relinquish control, and trust that the tide is changing for the good of us all. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. This surrendering control is a purifying process, and on red moon days it is a good idea to have a lovely bath or go for a swim, visit a waterfall or cleanse your body, and drink plenty of water. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Overtone Moon, Kin 109, 16 July 2020, the Anta Karana Rainbow Bridge, Goddess Radiance. 16/7/2020 equals 7722 equals 774 equal 144 equal 9 144 DNA activation code and gap day. 7/7 and 7/11 magic portal. 16 the tower struck by lightning. 7 magic mystic spiritual initiation. 944 coming in. 4 form structure foundation earth. 9 humanity destiny endings compassion grace. Kin 109 equal 10 manifestation leadership authority new beginnings. The 4th gap day as well as a 144 DNA coding and 7/11 portal day triple gate for magical manifestation and empowerment. Day 5 in the Red Serpent wave spell of survival instinct, Kundalini rising, life force, passion, and rapid transformation through shedding of our old skin. Today is a divinely feminine day. We are purifying, cleansing, and going with the flow, following our instincts to become more empowered. Allow the goddess to unkink your blocks in your serpent so your Kundalini can flow freely. Tone of creation, overtone, tone 5 in the spiritual realm. Action commands, power empowers, essence radiance. Number 5 represents the center, core purpose, foundation, and central intent. It is a center, the wheel from which all spokes emanate. This is the phase where the energy of creation returns to the center and then radiates outwards. Overtones command the unbounded. They order it to be, and so it becomes. Their power radiates from their soul essence through a pure connection to Source. This is the true source of unlimited power. Today the goddess is commanding the flow through her empowered radiance. Conscious self, red moon, Maluk, represents the goddess energies, so together with red serpent we shall have heightened intuition and sensitivity today. The goddess energies are pushing us to go with the flow, becoming softer, and allowing these powerful, intense gap energies to flow through our purified vessels, surrender and release, allowing the goddess to enter your being and awaken your feminine gifts. The universal waters of Maluk assist with the purification process, working to unblock and clear our chakras to keep our kundalini rising. Once the kinks are cleared and the life force begins to freely flow through our antakarana, we can then reconnect our ascension column, connecting to Source and commanding back our full power and radiant being. Note, antakarana is the Sanskrit word used to describe what is more commonly called the rainbow bridge or gateway to heaven. The symbol looks very similar to the svastika, or what we say swastika, which we must remember is an ancient symbol of well-being, representing life force, vitality, and good luck. Sadly, this symbol was hijacked by the Nazis and perverted by reversing the direction and flow of the blades, reversing the white magic to black magic used during World War II. We can now reclaim this ancient Trinity symbol of the goddess and command back our divine feminine power to flow forth once again through our bodies and our planetary body. As our personal kundalini rises through our antakarana and builds our rainbow bridge, we collectively raise the frequency of Mother Gaia. There is a vital connection between us and the planetary core, which then supports the building of the planetary antakarana. As we become purified and empowered, so too does Pachamama, accelerating the ascension of mankind. Here is a simple meditation for connecting the antakarana with the ascension column. 1. Sit in meditation and connect a column of white light from Source down through your crown chakra, body, and feet into the central crystal diamond core of Nova Gaia. 2. Invoke the combined full powers of the 7-ray twin flame ascended masters. 3. Call forth the radiance of all 7 God rays. 4. Ask for the 7 chakra rainbow rays to shine through your third eye center and connect to the force of the rainbow bridge into the light of the ascension column, through all chakras into the monad. 4. Ask for a perfect opening and balancing of all chakras now. 5. Enjoy the flow of rainbow blessings. Today is a very powerful day, revealing the incredible power that the goddess wields. Red Overtone moon is gently prodding us to listen, purify, and release. Through growing with the flow of life, allowing the potent energies to flow through our channel. If we resist, deny, or ignore the goddess, she will knock louder and louder until the power of the gentle stream turns into a raging river, forcibly demanding transformation through purging and purification, so that we must listen to the rhythm of our personal and planetary bodies. Today is a brilliant day to do ritual and water cleansing ceremonies of any kind and honor Pachamama, blessing of the waters and assisting in purification of our oceans, lakes, and waterways, which are the lifeblood of Mother Gaia and humanity. The survival of humanity depends on her pure waters. Today's question is, what inherited patterns can I release and purify in order to become more radiant and empowered? Divine blessings for the beautiful rainbow flow of your feminine intuitive energies through your pure vessel. In Lakek ala Kin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 109, Red Overtone Moon. The mantra, the code for today is, I empower in order to purify. Commanding flow, I seal the process of universal water with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of navigation. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And as we purify and flow with these sacred waters, the divine energies flowing from galactic center through all star systems, all grids, all ley lines, all dragon lines, through the meridians of this sacred vessel, like the great rivers of Pachamama. Through these activations, beloved beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below to get notifications. Also click the bell next to subscribe. Also, as always, we have a link in the description below this video to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to thank everyone for your pledges and support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our mission and my work with Prime Disclosure, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd like to also thank Bro Star of the Light John for your donation today, your support. Thank you all. Appreciate you all for your support and sharing your stories with us and our team, and supporting this channel and my work and this great mission we have all embarked upon on Pachamama, this great Mother Earth. Now, as always, today, many synchronicities. I'll share a couple before I bid you all adieu. One very powerful and blessed sacred synchronicity that came through was this sacred angel that was born yesterday, named Athanasius, the first white rhino to be born in Latin America. And he was born in the sacred lands of Chile, in Santiago. You can see videos on YouTube of this little precious creature. When I saw him pouncing around, my heart leapt with joy, and I wanted to fly down there and play with this beautiful creature of the light, of the great white brotherhood of light. Last night was another night of very powerful and intense dreaming, very vivid dreams, which many of us are experiencing with these great activations. I traveled many timelines and many dimensions in these. One of these timelines, I was able to walk on water and connect with many divine goddesses. And also today, as I drove to my office through the park, again, a divine goddess with blue shorts. So a couple people commented on that. But today, instead of this royal blue or fluorescent blue, it was like a light baby blue, which we're seeing some of these healing energies of Venus. And I think, okay, let's see if another one appears. And then here comes Divine Goddess on a bike with black shorts. So I share these with you with some of these synchronicities and what came through to me because of the black and the blue. When we look at the yin and the yang and the energies of this, most of the time when we see the yin-yang symbol, it's half white, half black. But at times, it's represented as half blue and half red. And of course, we have the red of Mars and the martial arts, and the blue of Venus and the healing arts. So the yin energy sometimes is black, sometimes blue. When you think of water and the depths of the ocean, the surface is blue. And then the deeper you get in the ocean, the darker until black. So water takes on many forms, many colors, many dimensions. And then the yang energy of the masculine, represented by the white or sometimes red, and that is of the fire. So we have the water and the fire, emptiness and form. So Great Spirit wanted me to transmit that energy to all of you. So thank you for joining me today. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Keep shining your light brightly into the night. Sacred beings of light, I love you all. Namaste.